Hello everyone and welcome to Gap Supply. We're very excited today to announce the release of the wireless LED single color dimmer. Now this dimmer is going to be a breakthrough for installation, saving hours and hours of time pulling wires through walls and trying to fish them to certain locations, perhaps areas where you would prefer to have your dimmer. You can't because you can't get wires there, so you have to choose an alternate location. Well, this is going to solve that problem. The LED wireless dimmer here that you're looking at is made up of two components when you receive it. First, you have your receiver. Now this little black receiver has an input and an output on it. Now the input would obviously be from the power supply and the output would be now out to your lights. It also has manual control buttons on it, so there's a power button to turn the lights on and off, and then there's also two dimmer buttons, one to dim the lights down and the other to bring them back up to full brightness. So that manual operation is nice for installation purposes. Then you have your actual transmitter, or your remote if you will, and this sends an RF signal to this receiver. Now when you receive this in your package, it's going to have connected to it a little housing. This housing is like if you're going to use it in a workshop or in a garage or some location where you're going to be surface mounting this to the wall. Without an actual flush mount application, you can use this. Otherwise, you'll just discard it. So this here has a Decora style cover plate, and you'll see here that it's spaced out to be able to receive the two screws that you'll use to mount to your low voltage mounting bracket or to your standard receptacle. Now the cover plate is removable, and you'll see that when you pull the cover plate off, there is a battery located here for this remote, and we do sell the replacement battery should you need one, although they do last quite a long time. And this will just snap back on here like that, and we're going to show you how it works. So we have our reel of light. Now in a typical installation, you would have to run from your power supply on your project, you'd have to run power to your dimmer, and then from your dimmer out to your lights. Well, we're going to help you skip that second step. From the dimmer, you won't need any wires running out to your lights. So we'll set this aside for a moment, and we're going to show you how to hook the receiver up. Now the receiver will mount with your power supply, and it has an input and an output side on it. It is 12 to 24 volts DC, so it is very easy to use across the range of LED lighting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hook up our power to the receiver here, and you'll notice that the pigtail has a black wire with a white line on it, and that's what we're going to use for the positive, and then the solid black wire will go in for our negative. So now that we've got that hooked up and we've got our spool of light here, now we have on the output side the part that's going out to the lights. These two wires, if they were in your power supply, would normally be going out to your dimmer. But in this case, this wire will now go down to wherever your lights are going to be powered from. And we're going to go ahead and hook up these two wires. Again, we'll hook up the red wire to the red side, and we're going to go ahead and hook up the black wire to that side there. And you'll notice now that our spool lights up. So with that being done, now we're going to go ahead and grab our remote. So now that we have our remote, we're going to show you first how from here you can turn it on and off, and you can dim it down. You can either tap it to dim it down, or you can hold it and it'll dim down. Just like that. And there you go, it dims up and down. Now you can mount this anywhere you want. It does have a range of about 75 feet, so it will operate through walls as well if you mount it around a corner or something like that. But we're going to show you here by pushing the on and off button, or that first little circle with the line going through it that represents the power button. You can power these lights on and off. And then you have your arrow up and your arrow down buttons. So we're going to go ahead and hold the arrow down button, and you'll see it dimming, and that's all the way to 0. Now if I tap it each time, it'll get brighter, just like that. And the flash you see in the video is just a result of how the camera is picking it up. It's not actually doing that here. There is absolutely no flicker with this, even all the way down to a very low dim. Once the screen catches up, there you go. So now we have a complete dimmable option for our LEDs, and it actually works so smooth and so easy. You'll save hours of time fishing wires on your installation. So another great product from Gap Supply, and we'll contact you with our next great product that's coming out, which will be our dimmable drivers. So we look forward to bringing those to you on our next video. Thank you.